of daytime slowly slips away. I feel the filter open in my mind, leaving the heavy gravity behind. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, losing track of time where the neon follows. Catch a breath of silver in the indigo sky. Watch the constellations of the skyline fly. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, sinking in the deep where the heavy bass mellows. Hold me in the pocket of the midnight groove. Nothing else to prove, just let the spirit move. The phantom breeze blows through the open taxi door. Have never seen this empty avenue before. The glowing signs are speaking in a quiet hum, waiting for the quiet hours of the night to come. I see your reflection in the corner of my eye, a fleeting ghost against the dark electric sky. We share a frequency that nobody can hear. The static fades and suddenly the channel is clear. The shadows just and blur into the gray. The noise of daytime slowly slips away. I feel the filter open in my mind, leaving the heavy gravity behind. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, losing track of time where the neon follows. Catch a breath of silver in the indigo sky. Watch the constellations of the skyline fly. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, sinking in the deep where the heavy bass mellows. Hold me in the pocket of the midnight groove. Nothing else to prove, just let the spirit move. Time is just an illusion in the dark, a glowing ember falling from a spark. Suspend me in the middle of the sound, where my feet are never touching on the ground. The world is sleeping while we come alive, lost inside the rhythm of this late night drive. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, losing track of time where the neon follows. Catch a breath of silver in the indigo sky. Watch the constellations of the skyline fly. We are dancing in the city of velvet shadows, sinking in the deep where the heavy bass mellows. Hold me in the pocket of the midnight groove. Nothing else to prove, just let the spirit move. The kick drum fades into the velvet cot, just a lingering echo of a falling spark. The frequency dissolves into the silent air. I close my eyes and I am already there. The city sleeps, but the wires are humming. A violet haze settles over the skyline. I can feel the floorboards breathing Close your eyes and let the shadow take you. Streetlights flicker in a broken rhythm, painting silver lines across the empty room. I watch the headlights fading in the distance, swept away inside the quiet velvet gloom. There is a secret in the way the air is moving, a heavy warmth that wraps around the chilling breeze. I leave my worries at the threshold, oh, the doorway, and let the midnight draw me softly to my knees. The clock is melting, time is slowing down. We are the ghosts that wander through the town. The frequency is climbing up my spine. I leave the waking world so far behind, caught in the neon currents, drifting deep, where heavy hearts forget the weight of weak. The bass is rolling like a distant sea and washing every broken part of me. Caught in the neon currents, floating far beneath the static of a sunless earth. We use our shadows in the indigo, just ride the rhythm and let it all go. The glass is cooling on the edge of my table. Condensation dripping down into the dark. I trace the patterns of the smoke up to the ceiling and watch it scatter like a solitary spark. No need for speaking when the groove is softly guiding. The heavy sub is speaking languages we know. Through empty avenues our consciousness is gliding, illuminated by the evening glow. The clock is melting, time is slowing down. We are the ghosts that wander through the town. The frequency is climbing up my spine. I leave the waking world so far behind, caught in the neon currents, drifting deep, where heavy hearts forget the weight of weak. The bass is rolling like a distant sea and washing every broken part of me. Caught in the neon currents, floating far beneath the static of a sunset star. We lose our shadows in the indigo, just ride the rhythm and let it all go. Gravity is just a memory now, suspended in the sound. We figure out how to breathe beneath the weight of everything, to hear the song of quiet shadows sing, a sudden rush of warmth inside the cold. A brand new story waiting to explode. Caught in the neon currents, drifting deep, where heavy hearts forget the weight of weak. The bass is rolling like a distant sea and wash light spilling over the edge of the world. The water is glass reflecting the infinite sky. Just breathing the salt and the everything sigh. Let the warm tropical current pull you away. We left the concrete shadows far behind us now, trading the city sirens for a silent vow. Barefoot upon the shoreline where the colors bleed. This is the sanctuary that our spirits need. The sky is painted in a purple hue. I feel the gravity release with you. The rhythm rises from the ocean floor. We are chasing the horizon into the night, bathing our souls in the neon light, following the feeling where the water meets the sky, watching all the heavy moments finally pass us by. We are chasing the horizon, wild and free, lost inside the magic of the deep blue sea, holding on to nothing but the beating of our hearts. This is where the ending fades and everything starts. The stars are waking up like diamonds in the dark, igniting every shadow with a silver spark. We trace the constellations with our fingertips, a sweet and salty promise lingering on our lips. The bass is rolling in underneath the shifting sand. I feel the inner voices resting in my hand. We surrender to the motion of the rising tide. There is no other place we ever need to hide. The sky is painted in a midnight hue. I feel the gravity release with you. The rhythm rises from the ocean floor. We are chasing the horizon into the night, bathing our souls in the neon light, following the feeling where the water meets the sky, watching all the heavy moments finally pass us by. We are chasing the horizon, wild and free, lost inside the magic of the deep blue sea, holding on to nothing but the beating of our hearts. This is where the ending fades and everything starts. Let the frequency wash over me, higher and higher, setting us free. We are the energy, we are the sound, lifting our feet off the vibrating ground. Hold on to this moment, do not let it slip. Dive into the euphoria, take the trip. We are chasing the horizon into the night, bathing our souls in the neon light, following the feeling where the water meets the sky, watching all the heavy moments finally pass us by. We are chasing the horizon, wild and free, lost inside the magic of the deep blue sea, holding on to nothing but the beating of our hearts. This is where the ending fades and everything starts. Everything starts right here in the waves, fading away into the golden just close your eyes and breathe. We are the horizon tonight. The city sleeps, but the pulse remains. Static in the air, shadow in the rain. Breathe in the glow of the ambient street. Let the frequencies flow from your head to your feet. Headlights trace the empty avenues underneath the sky of deep obsidian blues. We are drifting through the quiet, hollow streets, moving to the rhythm of our own heartbeats. Glass and concrete blur into a midnight haze, lost inside this beautiful and endless maze. There's no destination, nowhere else to be, just the silver moon, the shifting shadows and me. Echoes bouncing off the empty walls. I can hear the way the silence calls. Time is melting in the heavy air, slipping out of focus, floating anywhere. Falling to the midnight velvet, wrap the shadows tight around my soul. Falling to the midnight velvet, slowly into the rhythm of the dark. Let the unseen current pull you under. Midnight paints the city in a shade of blue. I trace the glowing lines that lead me back to you. The concrete softly hums beneath my heavy feet. I lose my sense of time inside this empty street.
cosmos on a silver thread, following the music where my soul is led. stars in the sea. I hear the hidden current calling out to me. There is no gravity to hold us down, just the quiet healing hum of the sound. The city lights are fading on the edge of a bay. We leave the heavy shadows of the waking day. I watch the silver ripples catch the midnight moon. We are slipping out of orbit, getting closer to you. A velvet wave is crashing in the back of my mind. We left the rushing hours and the panic behind. Your silhouette is glowing in the indigo blue. There is nothing but the rhythm pulling me into you. The water rises up to catch our fall. I do not feel the weight of it at all. A million tiny sparks begin to trace the quiet constellations on your face. Now we're breathing underwater, diving deeper than we ever thought we would. Now we are breathing underwater, in the silence of the deep is feeling good. Let the ocean wash away the world apart. Lost inside this understanding kind of love. Now we are breathing underwater, and the current is exactly where we should. I hear your steady heartbeat in the pulse of the bass. A steady kind of magic in this hidden place. The neon colors bleeding through the dark of the tide. With every single motion we are opened up wide. The surface is a mirror that we shattered apart, to find the secret echoes living right in the heart. We do not need the oxygen, we run on the glow. Just letting go of everything we used to know. The water rises up to catch our fall. I do not feel the weight of it at all. A million tiny sparks begin to trace the quiet constellations on your face. Now we're breathing underwater, diving deeper than we ever thought we would. Now we are breathing underwater, in the silence of the deep is feeling good. Let the ocean wash away the world apart. Lost inside this spinning kind of love. Now we are breathing underwater, and the current is exactly where we should. Suspend me in the middle of the endless sea. Just keep this perfect frequency surrounding me. The pressure is a blanket wrapping around my soul. I give into the feeling, I give up control. We are drifting out further than the light can reach, far away from the safety of the empty beach. Now we are breathing underwater, diving deeper than we ever thought we would. a damp air. Headlights bleed into the dark, wet asphalt. The vinyl crackle hums in the quiet space between us. We are drifting through the hypnotic night. Watching the silver reflections pass. There is a secret in the way you sigh. Beneath the indigo and heavy sky, we leave the noise of the daylight behind. A sanctuary in the midnight mind. Feel the frequencies start to rise, reflected neon in your sleepy eyes. The rhythm catches in the midnight air, washing away the weight we bear. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. We are floating the electric glow, taking the movement sweet and slow. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the hidden current grows. Let the night pull us under tide, with nothing left to fear or hide. The streetlight paints a rhythm on your face. We are moving through this altered space. The bassline mimics the pulse in my veins, washing the dust from the heavy rains. A distant siren fades into the hum, waiting for tomorrow to finally come. But in this moment, time is paralyzed, suspended here in the dark of your eyes. Feel the frequencies start to rise, reflected neon in your sleepy eyes. The rhythm catches in the midnight air, washing away the weight we bear. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. We are floating in the electric glow, taking the movement sweet and slow. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the hidden current grows. Let the night pull us under the tide, with nothing left to fear or hide. Close your eyes and feel the sound, lifting our shadows off the ground. The frequency shivers through the cold, a modern magic dark and old. We let the silence intertwine with every sieve and every line. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. We are floating in the electric glow, taking the movement sweet and slow. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the hidden current grows. Let the night pull us under the tide, forever drifting side by side. The rhythm dissolves into the haze, drifting away in the violet maze. Just an echo in the empty air, fading out, but we are still there. Midnight pouring through the glass, the city breeze in silhouettes and smoke. I feel the static in the air. Just let the rhythm pull us under. Neon flickers on the dashboard light. We are driving through the velvet night. Silver reflections on the avenue. There is nothing left for us to do. Just watch the street lamps blurring into gold. A silent story waiting to be told. The heavy bass is vibrating the floor. I leave my shadows waiting at the door. city sleeps, but the rhythm breathes. Exhale the daylight, let the shadows bleed. We are drifting on a midnight velvet sea. Close your eyes, just follow me. Streetlights blur into golden lines across the glass. Watching all the tired faces slowly fading past. I can feel the heavy air finally starting to clear. There is nothing but the frequency that we can hear. The bass is humming beneath the soles of my shoes, washing away the static and the evening blues. Every heartbeat aligns with the muted kick drum. This is the sanctuary where the night becomes numb. The pressure drops as we cross the borderline. We leave the chaos of the waking world behind. Just let the tempo take control of your mind. A hypnotic sanctuary by design. Sink into the midnight veil, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that we sink into the midnight veil. Lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. Headlights cut through the mist of the avenue, painting the pavement in a quiet shade of blue. The electric piano echoes through the empty street, synchronized with every breath and every single beat. I let my shoulders drop and release the heavy weight, surrender into the magic of this altered state. We are ghosts in the machine, running on the breeze, finding all our comfort in these lower frequencies. The pressure drops as we cross the borderline. We leave the chaos of the waking world behind. Just let the tempo take control of your mind. A hypnotic sanctuary by design. Sink into the midnight velvet, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that waits. Sink into the midnight velvet, lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. The filter opens up and lets the starlight inside. We are riding on the crest of an endless tide. Harmonies are shimmering like glass in the rain, washing out the echoes of the daytime pain. Hold your breath and let the atmosphere expand. We are drifting far away to an unseen land. Sink into the midnight veil, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that we sink into the midnight veil. Lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands drifting through the quiet spaces, a whisper in the silver air. Shadows melting into colors. I can feel you waiting there. The city sleeps beneath a blanket made of starlight. I close my eyes and let the rhythm take control. A heavy pulse is beating somewhere in the far night. It sends a sudden shiver deep into my soul. We walk the wire between the dreaming and the waking. The concrete jungle turns into a velvet sea. I feel the heavy chains of yesterday are breaking. And in this midnight current I'm finally free. The temperature is rising, pulling me away. The colors of the midnight bleed into the day. I hold my breath and let the gravity release. I'm rushing for the edge to find the sudden peace. We are riding on these oceans of light. We are burning like a fire in the night. Leave the shadows of the sorrow far behind. It's a beautiful surrender of the light. We are riding on these oceans of light, where the future and the memories ignite. Hold me closer as we elevate and fly. We are touching every corner of the sky. Eyelids bounce across the glass and painted mirrors. I hear your voice calling from across the room. The smoky atmosphere is suddenly much clearer. A sudden rush that sweeps away the heavy gloom. There is a magic in the way the bass is breathing. A steady heartbeat we can follow to the end. This is the sanctuary for the souls believing, where broken spirits finally begin to mend. The temperature is rising, pulling me away. The colors of the midnight bleed into the day. I hold my breath and let the gravity release. I'm rushing toward the edge to find a sudden peace. We are riding on these oceans of light. We are burning like a fire in the night. Leave the shadows of the sorrow
sound, the beating of the heart. This is a very place where new beginnings start. Higher and higher, the frequencies will soar. We are standing at the threshold of the dawn. We are riding on these oceans of light. We are burning like a fire in the night. Leave the shadows of the sorrow behind. It's a beautiful surrender of the mind. We are riding on these oceans of light, where the future and the memories ignite. Hold me closer as we elevate and fly. We are touching every corner of the sky. The glow is fading, but the warmth is here to stay. A gentle hum that slowly washes into gray. Suspended in the quiet of the afterglow. Breathing in the peace and letting it go.
Drifting through the static of the midnight hour, a distant rhythm pulling at the edges of my mind. Subwoofers humming like a heartbeat in the floor. I close my eyes and leave the heavy world behind. The city lights are bleeding through the rainy glass, a watercolor painting of a world asleep. I watch the glowing headlights as the taxis pass, and dive into a frequency so warm and deep. There is a sanctuary hidden in the bass, a quiet architecture built of synthesized sound. I lose the memories that I do not wanna trace, until my floating feet forget the solid ground. The shadows open up to let the color in, a slow crescendo rising from the velvet floor. I feel the electricity against my skin. I am the spirit to the person I was before. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, swimming through the currents of a neon sea. Everything is heavy but my soul is light. A demon is the only thing controlling me. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, surrendering my spirit to the endless groove. Bathing in the glow of ultraviolet light. I do not have to think, I only have to move. in. A syncopated bassline washes over my chest. The smoke begins to rise and suddenly it is clear. This hypnotic sanctuary is where I rest. The snare is building up the tension in the room. The sudden rush of magic bursting from the gloom. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, swimming through the currents of a neon sea. Everything is heavy but my soul is light. The rhythm is the only thing controlling me. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, surrendering my spirit to the endless groove. Lost inside the magic of the flashing light. Forever in this moment I am free to move. The beat dissolves into the fading atmosphere. A gentle repetition slipping out of sight. The whispers are the only thing I still can hear. Just echoes fading softly in the velvet fire.
Drifting through the midnight haze, a single spark in the quiet space. Feel the rhythm pull us under, where the shadows lose their thunder. The city sleeps below a velvet sky, while silver clouds are slowly rolling by. Close my eyes and let the colors bleed. This quiet current is the only thing I need. A heavy weight is lifting off my chest. Inside this frequency I finally find rest. The golden street lights blur into a stream. I am a phantom walking inside of a dream. The temperature is rising in the dark, a chemical reaction, a sudden spark. I feel the gravity begin to fade. We are stepping out of the midnight shade. We are holy as another glass, watching all the broken memories pass. Hold me closer as the water turns to light. We are burning like a beacon in the night. There is nothing that can pull us to the ground. In this atmosphere we are finally found. We are walking on an ocean of glass, making every single beautiful moment last. The echoes whisper secrets to this shore. I might make heavy armor at the door. Our heartbeat sinking with the steady pace. There is no hurry, there is only time and space. Your silhouette is glowing in the blue, a perfect prism with the light shining through. We dive beneath the surface of the sound, where all the buried treasures of the soul are found. The temperature is rising in the dark, a chemical reaction, a sudden spark. I feel the gravity begin to fade. We are stepping out of the midnight shade. We are walking on an ocean of glass, watching all the broken memories pass. Hold me closer as the water turns to light. We are burning like a beacon in the night. There is nothing that can pull us to the ground. In this atmosphere we are finally found. We are walking on an ocean of glass, making see just the infinite universe, you and me, fading out into the quiet deep. Close your eyes and let the rhythm sleep.